Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are joining. Welcome to another episode of DX Talks. We're really happy to today start in this new season and update you on the latest, especially that it is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And then we're going to be having a great host, Tony Feghali, the Group CEO of Potech, a leading cybersecurity global firm. We will be discussing different cybersecurity topics, what's happening in the world of cybersecurity, what's happening with different products, how they are solving those solutions, and most importantly about Gitex in specific. If you are in Dubai, don't forget to join them and then meet them directly on, or actually in Gitex on a booth or stand 11 H24-20. Without further ado, let me welcome my guest, Tony Feghali. Welcome to DX Talks. We're really happy to have you in this special cybersecurity month. You are one of the global leading cybersecurity firms. If you don't mind introducing yourself and telling us more about you and about a little bit about Potech.
Thank you, dear Rudy. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure, especially that we are talking about the Cybersecurity Month. And you know that today awareness around cybersecurity is very, very important. So quickly, yes, I studied telecommunication and information and communication technologies back around between 93 and 97. And 98, I graduated from St. Joseph University and then from Paris 6. You know, back then it was the early days of the internet. So definitely, like all our generation, I was really curious and excited about seeing how the internet was developing. But at a certain point of time, when I studied the internet protocols, I was a little bit intrigued and maybe in some cases shocked why security was not taken into consideration by design. You know, today we are using a lot more security by design, but back then, the internet was not really built with security in mind, knowing that some efforts were being developed. So this is how my story started with cybersecurity and my interest well, we didn't call it cybersecurity by then. It was more information security, network security, etc. So in my early career, I started working on that, and in parallel of my academic career, because I was for a certain period of time full-time instructor and a researcher at St. Joseph University, I co-founded in parallel Potech, mainly to start with providing, if you want, a secure application and online access in a more secure way. Back in 2008, I focused more and developed and created, if you want, the advisory services that we started providing. And in 2014, we created as well a software engineering company, and this is how the story developed. And today I can say that I'm proudly managing a really exceptional, talented, motivated, passionate team of people that are managing with me, if you want, and with all the team at Potech, different companies and different business units. So today, Potech is a group of companies. Mainly, we are organized in business units. So I will introduce quickly, without going into too much details, the different business units. We have a business unit which is mainly focusing on advisory and assessment services. And we cover mainly everything related to what we call the 4 pillars of cybersecurity, which are the strategy, the defense, the vigilance, and the resiliency. We have as well a managed services company focusing mainly on security operation centers. So we are operating 24/7 SOC in multiple countries, either directly or in partnership with local partners in different countries. We have as well an academy, so we provide the trainings, either publicly available trainings or customized trainings for our customers. And as I said, we have a software engineering arm that do provide a lot of, as well, advisory services in data analytics, optimization of codes, reviewing codes, etc. And this entity is mainly working today for our group. We have created recently an academic research lab in cooperation with universities in the aim, of course, to do academic research, but mainly to feed the development of our own technologies. And the game changer, if you want, for Potech Group was our decision back in 2020 to develop our own technologies. And today we ended up with 3 products on the market, and definitely probably more in the pipe. So we have 3 products in the market, and we created for that a company in France called TDSoft, which is our technology vendor with a very good distribution channel. And this is mainly my focus today, is to take our technologies on a global scale. So this is quickly. Our group is operating from multiple cities in Europe, the Middle East, and Sydney, Australia. And we have definitely plans, maybe we'll speak about that later, to go to new markets.
Yeah, it's really amazing, the story of Potech. And you just mentioned that you started this company because there was a lack of possibly awareness or lack of product. And this is where the world has changed. Can you share your vision for that cybersecurity, of the future of the cybersecurity, and how does it really align with Potech's mission? As you mentioned, because you started from a big need, and then how did this become really a mission that where you are trying to really help and change the cybersecurity front?
Exactly. Rudy, unfortunately, as I told you earlier, in the early days of the internet, they didn't put a lot of efforts in securing the protocol stack. I will not go into the technical details, but a lot of lack in terms of security protocols and security platforms. And this is why we can find today that what we call hacking, or mainly the criminal activities that's happening in the cyberspace, are much easier than what we find in the real life. For example, I can give a quick example. Today on the cyberspace, you can easily take, for example, the identity of another person. And this is maybe one of the most lethal attacks, if you want. So I would say as well, a big change happened during COVID. And we wanted to connect more people. And during COVID, a lot of people were connected from everywhere, using any kind of devices. And normally security engineers, what we call the defenders, if you want, were not used to have that perimeter so large with connectivity from everywhere, from anywhere, from non-secure devices, from non-secure applications, from non-secure, if you want, networks, etc. This was one thing. So the second thing is that during this period, a lot of criminals focused more on the cyberspace, and a lot of development of new groups, organized groups, were happening during this period. So we ended up after COVID, even though everything was developing in terms of threats before COVID, but it was a little bit accelerated during COVID. And today we can find a huge number of attacks, and we'll not list, thousands of examples happening every day. So the cyberspace today is not a so secure space. A lot of work should be done, a lot of awareness should be done. Definitely a lot of efforts has been done, either by governments to put in place regulations, or by technology vendors to put in place the right technologies, the right solutions, or by the corporations and the organizations itself by putting more controls. But I think still it's not enough. And since Potech's mission is today help our customers to minimize their risk, to feel more secure, and to have a more proper, if you want, of their information system, because a proper governance of the information system will help secure eventually this information system. Better awareness for your team members will help as well secure the environment. So our mission is to make, if possible, of course we cannot do it alone, we need to cooperate with a lot of other organizations, other companies. There's definitely a need for a cooperation between public, private, and academia. So definitely there's a lot of work that should be done, and our mission is to help in a way to make the cyberspace a little bit more secure, and to help our customers feel safer when they are working with us, definitely. So I would say, as long as there's new technologies coming in, as long as there's new connectivity everywhere. Today we want to connect anything, everything, Internet of Things, humans, etc. As long as we have these new technologies, new applications coming in, definitely these applications will have vulnerabilities, and the threat actors will try to exploit these vulnerabilities. Definitely, each group of malicious actors might have different goals, but at the end of the day, the impact is huge today on corporations, on individuals, on organizations, etc. So I would say cybersecurity is a field where we have a lot of things to do still. AI is coming, and we are using it, even though we are using machine learning and AI in cybersecurity since long time ago. But AI is helping to put in place better controls, better protection. But from the other side as well, AI is being used by these malicious actors to have more efficient attacks. So I would say,
yeah, I wanted to ask you about the AI landscape, because everything is changing, and specifically, you mentioned a lot of challenge, a lot of solutions. Can you dive a little bit deeper into how Potech is now leveraging this AI and machine learning? Because we know cyber criminals are using AI also. So it's a very head-to-head, or maybe sometimes they have some advantages with the age of AI, age of data. We're seeing today how not just cybercrime, but we're seeing how cybersecurity is being used in wars. We're seeing cybercrime is used. Things, I think the perspective within the last year, especially after COVID, but more specifically in the last year, things has really changed. How are you really leveraging those new technologies in terms, because data, you mentioned the perimeter is no longer the same. You have to secure everything. Now we're more connected as ever. How are you creating those new ways or cybersecurity solutions?
Yeah, just to explain it a little bit, Rudy, to the people watching us. In the cyberspace, criminals have access to same weapons, what we call weapons, technological weapons, as defenders. So definitely, and these people are normally organized. They have a really good structure. They are very skilled people. They normally, in the dark web, you have even services that can be bought. You can recruit hackers to be part of groups, etc. So these people have access to the same technologies. They have access to the same weaponry that the defenders normally use to protect their information system. And as you said, the information system today is part on-premise, part in the house, part on the cloud. You have multiple vendors. You are using a lot of applications. The perimeter is not the same, and it is more difficult with time to protect it. So you need to protect it in a preventive way. You need to look a little bit at the cyber threat intelligence part, look at the cyberspace if you are targeted, etc. So it's becoming a little bit complex. And in cybersecurity, we have a lot of data coming in, and we need to analyze this data. So today, machine learning has been used by hackers. We have what we call AI-aided attacks, and even what we call AI-embedded attacks. So by using AI, hackers are being able to attack more efficiently, to learn new vulnerabilities in a very fast way, to have very intelligent bots working and scanning and trying to find vulnerabilities everywhere. So they are leveraging on the power of machine learning and the power of whatever AI-based technology we have today. And even we can find some cases where the intelligence is embedded within, for example, a malware, and this malware will transform once you reach a specific target. So it's becoming more and more difficult to detect these attacks. So from the other side, as defenders, we are as well using and leveraging on the power of AI to be able to analyze the maximum number of data that we receive. Because at the end of the day, we need to do classifications. We need to understand what is normal and then try to see what is not normal, or try to prevent abnormal behavior from propagating within our network. We need to analyze a lot of data coming from Internet Protocol packets, from logs, etc. So definitely any technology vendor today or any technology company is using machine learning in order to have a better possibilities in terms of detection, of threat detection, threat hunting, threat intelligence, you name it. So in Potech, as I told you, we have a academic research lab, and we have really a great team working in this lab, either dedicated for the research work or eventually people that are in different business units and cooperating with these people on the research. And we have already published, in cooperation with several universities, published multiple conferences, papers, and even international journal papers. And this team is working really heavily today to leverage on whatever machine learning can help us in terms of classification, of prediction, of decision aid for the security analyst that normally we find in Security Operations Center, for example. So we have a lot of projects regarding that. And as well, from the other side, we are trying as well to use the power of generative AI to help as well, once again, these analysts or the security specialist or professional in order to understand more whatever alerts they are receiving or whatever info is being detected by the different security components that they have in the network. So if we look at our technologies, maybe we can discuss it a little bit later. We have in our CTI, DRP, and attack surface management platform called Darkivore, we have a lot of use of machine learning. And now more and more, we have an intelligent bot that can help as well our customers to understand more what the platform is giving them as information. We have a SIM solution called Tcivore with SOAR capabilities. And as well, once again, we are using machine learning in order to classify, to predict, to detect more efficiently, and as well to automate the response. But because it's very important as well, because we have lack of resources everywhere in the world. So when providing technologies for our customers, we need these technologies to be able to help the security professionals in order to be more efficient. So we are as well developing automated response in order to mitigate some risk in case we detect something abnormal on the network. And this automated response is very important to be the most efficient possible. And today we can see that a lot of network and systems are going towards software defined. And software defined is helping us more and more today to have a very good, if you want, orchestrated automated response in order to help the administrators of a network to mitigate whatever risk that is detected. So definitely we are working on multiple axes and using machine learning and whatever advancement in technology happening to leverage on that and provide the best solution to our customers.
Very interesting. You started from also, you highlighted how the research part is moving, how you're integrating the latest technologies and the latest AI and machine learning to really be able to cope with this latest innovation. You just mentioned large language model and generative AI being used to help the analyst. And I totally understand how this could be a big benefit, especially for the analyst, and how that can give them a big boost. Now, I want to move to a little bit and understand, you are in Dubai. You'll be participating, same as every year, in Gitex. What features and technologies or products will Potech be unveiling? What are people expecting? You mentioned a couple of products now. I'll just put here the website, and then I'll share it later on. And then we're going to be sharing a new article about some of the products that you are also launching. So do you mind telling our viewers what's the latest in terms of those products, and how are you leveraging Gitex, and what do they expect, and when is it, by the way, if you don't mind sharing the dates so that they know?
Gitex will start next week, so our team will be here in Gitex. And in Gitex this week we are focusing on two big couple of family of products that we have. So first of all, our technology vendor, which is called TDSoft, will be showcasing our three technologies. Mainly we have Darkivore. Darkivore is a CTI, cyber threat intelligence, digital risk protection, and attack surface management platform. It's a very competitive technology that we are selling almost in all the continents today, and we have a lot of very big plans and hopes for this technology. So it will be showcased and with demos. We're doing demos live on our stand for Dark Evo. Then we will showcase as well our second product, which is our SIEM called TC4. As well, it's a very good SIEM or SIM solution for the English-speaking people. And the SIM solution has been developed initially to be used by our security analysts in our SOC. And then when we found that this technology can be eventually used by other MSSPs or other end customers, we are proposing it once again via the distribution channel that we have today. The third product, it's called Octivore. It's an incident management platform. For the time being, it's an incident management platform where we can manage, alerts coming from multiple solutions, from multiple SIM solutions, or from multiple platforms, and you can manage the case and open investigations, etc. And knowing that for Octivore, we have a very, very interesting roadmap. We cannot speak about all the development that has been done today and the POCs we are preparing, but Octivore eventually, with time, it will be a very, very innovative, let's say, solution that we are working heavily on. So this is regarding TDSoft and its technologies. And regarding the advisory services, we thought that there's two services that are very important for us, and we see that there's a huge need regarding these services today. First of all, it's ransomware readiness assessment. So we have developed a framework where we can help our customer assess their readiness regarding ransomware. Today ransomware attacks have the biggest impact, and a lot of organizations are affected via ransomware. So we have a kind of methodology to assess their readiness regarding ransomware, definitely not only from technological point of view, but as well from organizational point of view and the human resources they have if they are ready to handle such kind of attacks. The second service, we launched it last year, and it's very important because we have, everybody is using AI, either for cybersecurity or for whatever else. And you will see in Gitex, it's focused around AI, and I do understand that a lot of hype is around AI. AI has been developed really heavily lately, and we can see some very, very interesting solutions based on AI from all the fields of AI, from autonomous cars to augmented reality to cybersecurity to applications with chatbots, with ChatGPT power, etc. So definitely a lot of work has been done, and everybody wants to leverage on the usage of AI. And some CEOs now are saying, okay, we need to use AI, but are we assessing the risk of using AI? And we have developed, with a partner in France, we have developed a framework to assess the risk of using AI, from not only from a technological point of view, but as well from organizational, legal, and ethical point of view as well, to help our customer decide if they want to use AI, which AI, and how, where, and to do what practically. And unfortunately, a lot of scams is going around the usage of AI. And sometimes people say, okay, we have AI, we have machine learning integrated, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the best thing to do everywhere. And anyway,
it's a trendy word in the end of the day. That
it's a fancy word, and everybody wants to use it. And you will see for cybersecurity vendors, if you look at in the latest GISEC event, all the vendors were putting up front that they are using AI. I would say today, if you are a cybersecurity vendor, for example, and you are not using machine learning or not using AI, there's something wrong. You should use it. So yes, it's a fancy word, everybody wants it, but what are the risks? And you know that even we have a white paper that has been published lately regarding the attacks on the AI models, the attacks on whatever solution that, we have a lot of attacks like poisoning AI models in order to manipulate a little bit the output of the AI model, etc. So we have this framework. We will be explaining more and more to our customers in Gitex what would be eventually the output and the deliverable of such exercise to help them choose and adopt the right options for them in terms of AI.
Very interesting. And this is where you mentioned a lot of things that Potech is expanding into as product evolution and industry, especially how next year will fold somehow. I want to focus a little bit on the Gitex. That this platform has been beautiful technological innovation, and then there's a lot of innovation happening under it. What trends do you think and innovation do you expect to see highlighted this year in Gitex and maybe in the cybersecurity world in general?
Yeah, look, definitely, a lot of vendors, lot of providers will be showcasing more and more AI-based, solutions, either in cybersecurity or not. I think with time as well, what I would like to see as well, more and more work related to the usage of the future computational technologies are quantum computing. There's something that we are missing all today, that there's something coming that eventually will be a huge game changer, which is quantum computing.
Will it be a surprise like OpenAI, generative?
It will give OpenAI the possibility of much more power. And just you can imagine if today, with the power they have today, what they can provide with whatever technologies they have put already on the market. And the competitors also are working on similar technologies. And just imagine with much more computational power what eventually can be done. And AI eventually with time should be controlled in a way. We should see somewhere, somehow, some regulations to control the usage of AI. It will be definitely a very powerful technology. If not controlled, if used not in the proper way eventually, or not even at the end, AI today are able to create. I know AI model, ChatGPT can create something new, and he can take decisions by itself. So with much more computational power, you will have possibility of AI creating new AI models, and you can imagine just where we can eventually reach. But definitely, a lot of vendors will be exposing what they can do with the actual AI technologies that we have in hand. And definitely in Gitex, a lot of people will showcase autonomous cars or taxis or robots, and we will have stands where we have more advanced virtual reality or augmented reality solutions, etc. For cybersecurity vendors, definitely everybody will be talking about the integration of machine learning and AI into their models and how it's helping the effectiveness of these models. So definitely this is what eventually we will see. I hope to see a little bit more work regarding quantum computing, and definitely somehow eventually we should have public entities, public authorities speaking about whatever regulation that they can put in place, either to help in terms of cybersecurity or eventually into adoption of AI.
I think you touched a great point about the ethics, about the governance, about how we can control, because if this is not controlled, it's a beast by itself. And without any controls, things will take a different turn. I'm going to go to my last question before we sum up this beautiful session. What do you think the role of partnerships and collaboration and like your presence at Gitex play in Potech strategy for that growth and innovation?
Definitely Gitex is very important for us because, definitely the Middle East GCC market is very important for us. And we have already offices in Dubai, in Riyadh, and we have partners all around this region. It's a very important event. It's an event where we should be present as players in this market, as a vendor, as a global vendor as well. So normally we use Gitex definitely to showcase our technology for end customers if possible, but mainly as well to create this network of partners. And I do believe, and we have discussed it maybe together in other events when we used to have workshops or conferences together, Rudy, today, to be able to be efficient in terms of cybersecurity, you need cooperation. As I said before, any cybersecurity strategy we must include the public sector, the private sector, the academia, the research teams, in order to be efficient. I do believe greatly in the cooperation, even between competitors in some cases. So we need to cooperate. We are creating this network, this channel network. So normally we meet with our end customers, of course, but with our resellers, with our distributors, and with our partners, because since we have different business units, we have different strategies for these different business units. So definitely we meet the different partners with whom we cooperate on different projects. And as I said, our target for 2025 is to take our technologies to be a global player. We started with Dark Keyboard. We are definitely working on the two others, but Dark Keyboard today, we have a clear strategy to put it in the top 3 CTI DRP attack surface management platform worldwide, globally. And for that, we need a network of partners. So we have already distributors that are covering, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, GCC countries, of course, Africa, Europe, and now we have a liaison officer in Chile to cover South America and Central America. Definitely, we have great plans to have partners. We have already partners covering the US market, Canada, and we have as well a very interesting plan to have something hopefully very, very in the near future in Canada to have an operation there. So definitely we use Gitex and events like Gitex. Once again, Gitex is the biggest till today in the region. We have other events in other countries and other continents. And the main aim is to create this network of partners with whom we can collaborate in order to reach the biggest and to reach, if you want, all the continents. And once again, in such events, sometimes we meet old friends, we meet old partners, we discuss very interesting projects, and believe me, some very interesting projects were initiated between our partners and executed today and implemented in events like that. So this is mainly what we are looking for regarding Gitex, and I will tell you that for 2025, we have very, very interesting, very aggressive strategies in terms of reach, but as well in terms of development of our technologies with great innovations hopefully coming in for Potech. And this is quickly our story up till today.
It's very interesting.
Looking to the future.
It's very interesting to see, that roadmap where things and how Potech is really becoming a global player in the world of cybersecurity. That's why I will put the connection of even the business development or the partnership, head of partnership, in our description. So if you want to learn more, connect with Tony and the team, meet at Gitex Stand H24-20. Tony, any last words before?
And we have a surprise. We have a surprise. We have a game in Gitex. The comm team, the marketing team, have worked really hard to have something special for Gitex. So hopefully, when our partners, our friends, will visit our booth, we have something. I hope they will like it for this year. We have something special done.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'll be definitely playing. So see you soon. Big thank you, Tony, for being with us today. A big thank you to our viewers for tuning in. You can watch this episode on YouTube. You can share it. Please do make sure that you share it so that the news comes out and then more people are aware of how the world of cybersecurity is changing. I'd like to thank you again for being with us. Make sure to visit Potech website. The contact info is in the description. Until next time, see you on the ground in 7 days, or actually in 6 days.
Exactly.
It's going to be a full-on war, let's call it, because what happens inside Gitex is really amazing. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for the team also that has helped to prepare this. And then we'll see you soon.